look to each other, we know what to do. Training kicks in, we form our ranks. Together we stand, there's no turning back. Outnumbered, outgunned, our ships toward the sun. The canopy smashed, but we won't go under. They're too many and we're too few. Is this fight too much for us to break through?
Hello, Commanders, and glory to mankind. Welcome to the stream. Orion, Kawasaki, Rycia, Cody, Xenomorph. Well, I'm not sure I would say they managed to move it. This should have moved to slot 1, at least that was the deal. But slot 1 is still open. So this place didn't quite move to slot 1. It moved to some weird position between slot 1 and planet A1, which is not where it's supposed to be. So we're kind of seeing what can be done to sort that out, if anything. Hey, Mr. Razor Skull. Hey, Alex. Welcome to the stream. And I am kind of multitasking here, trying to book something while at the same time getting a grip on the system and where we are with the build. One second. I think I found it. All right, first thing sorted. Now, checking in on what's going on in the zoo. The Heroes of Mankind port is well under construction, if I manage to click on the right planet, that is. With roughly halfway through progress, which means that we may be able to complete it today if we kind of give it a big push, or anyhow, it should be done before the tick, which is nice. Hey, Rysiek. What's going on with the AXs again? I don't know what you mean with the AXs. It can mean a lot of things. Hey, Hibiki, welcome to the stream. So anyway, part of the big effort and part of a bigger community effort is focused on building up Heroes of Mankind as the next big build in the system, and the one that will affect the system the most, by the way, because planetary ports affect the system the most, with their like amazing statistics overall. Like, just to show you what I'm talking about. Well, I'm not the architect right now because I'm using the other system for an architect, so that's not going to help us, but trust me. Planetary port. Actually, I can show you on a different system. I can show you on a system where I am the architect. Planetary ports have by far the best statistics of just about anything. But unfortunately, I can't show you because I actually have to be on a planet to show you that. So, never mind. Yeah, we actually have 2 7-slot planets in the zoo, which we are using for the glory of mankind. And we are building both up. This is 407, this is 07. We're going to build this up first, and then once this is up to 6 and the 6 installations here are done, which hopefully is a project for today, and I should switch to architect view to be able to show that. Somehow it's still not showing me, even though it should. There you are. These are the installations. Sorry, I'm doing in a line over this kind of like brown streak, which kind of looks decent. But the focus is to finish 6 of these tier 2 installations so that we have enough points to plot down the headquarters of a Xenostrike Force, which would be the focus of a build for Vicino Strike Force group. So this one needs a bunch of CMM composite steel, basic medicine, battle weapons. I think most of these will need battle weapons, which is good because I have them in my carrier. Battle weapon 71. $74, $71, and sorry, $74, $71, $76. $74 plus $76 is $150, plus $71 is $221. So I need 221 ton, 221. Someone type in the chat 221, please, so that we remember it, because otherwise I'm totally gonna forget it. We need to go and pick up 221 tons of battle weapons from the NOAA, which has them, unless somebody stole them. Thank you, Alex. I mean, colonizing a system is very easy. Building it up, instead, is not. So, depends what you mean with colonizing a system in that regard. Hey Seth117, welcome to the stream. Hey Shane, welcome to the stream. I'm glad you finally got your names sorted. We need to do some renaming after we do some building too. Hey Mootsie, welcome to the stream.
Communications established. We are ready to receive docking requests. Access granted. Please follow standard docking protocols, Commander.
Kozaki's your building. Raghav is on the other side of the galaxy, quite literally. So in addition to battle weapons, of which we need 221 tons, let's see what else we can grab off of a NOAA, because I'm sure we can grab another bunch of useful things. Fruit and vegetables, I think we have a bunch of those too. 68, 72 is 140. $140 plus 72 is 212. 212, almost like 221. I'm gonna type in myself, so I have it. 212 fruit and vegetables. That's 2 commodities down. And then military grade fabrics, bar armor, reactive armor. I'm gonna fill the rest on reactive armor because I know we're gonna need that. So I think I actually have them on the market, which is nice. That's great, Kawasaki. Really good to hear. It's 104 tons. Still quite a haul, but I think should be able to do it. So what do we say on fruit and vegetables? 212, right? So these are annoying because these you have to go and get like a dedicated station, which is, again, deeply annoying. 221 of battle weapons. And then we said that we're going to fill up the rest with reactive armor, which is actually not going to be enough to fill everything. But let's see what we got here. Well, can never go wrong with liquid oxygen. We're going to need as much as we got here. And can never go wrong with steel. We're going to need as much steel as we can here. Alright, we fill up a carrier. Let's go deliver.
Ship ready. Restrict speed until a carrier is far behind you.
Servers are overruled at Rice. That's odd. As you saw, I had no issue kind of like logging in. But maybe I was just lucky. We're gonna need help to complete these because, again, there's quite a bit of stuff that we need out here. So anyone who is in the area and is willing to help us haul, it would be deeply appreciated. Let me also make sure I'm going to the first one in the row, which is this one. Yeah, Goose, military respond. nighttime hauling. Let's get ourselves some night vision. Thank you, Mootsie. Appreciate it. Anything is helpful, either if you help us build out the 4 planetary stations, which will become 6 once we have 2 more construction slots, or building up Heroes of Mankind. Alright, and I'm happy. I mean, we are hauling, so there's plenty downtime with autopilot and stuff, so if you want to post your system name, I can go and have a look. I'll tell you what I think. Which is what I think, which you should take with a lot of grain of salt, because nobody really understands how colonization actually works. Well, we have some ideas, but a lot of it is speculation and guesswork, so you really should take anything I say with a lot of grains of salt, like a sea of salt. Hercules sector in IT. Okay, well, thank you for that. Let's copy this and let's go look at your system then. And then while we look at it, what's your intent? What do you have a plan already? Do you want to make something of the system or no? I don't have the system data, so unfortunately I can't even buy it because I'm too far away. So I can't actually look at the system. I'm trying to think if there's an easy way to kind of like have a look at this, but I don't think there is. Even now I won't show you like what's possible to kind of like build. So yeah. You need to post an image, but unfortunately YouTube won't let you post image links. So you have to like DM it to a moderator like AlexMG1 and then he can post it. But that should work if you do that. Alright, we are delivering. We covered 3 of these, which is nice, 4. Oh yeah, I mean, if you tag me in the Anti-Xun initiative, that works too. Next, we're going to Jules Vibrant Venture. Yeah, Alex, no, I was just saying, if somebody can DM you an image that they want to post, then you can post it in the chat. That's great, Kawasaki. Like, unfortunately, going to planetary ports is a pain in the neck. Yeah, it might be preferable. Like, I mean, depending on like carrier and carrier loads. Like, my carrier still has quite a bit to unload, so I'm gonna be unloading my carrier now. It really has the most like awful thrusters ever. You have to kind of go with like its main engines to kind of just even be able to move. And that's like silly. We only want HIP 14401. Let's see. Thanks for hauling Razor Scar as well. Appreciate it. I'll have a look and see if I have the data or can buy it. If I will, I can look directly. Otherwise, you also need to post an image. And yeah, same thing. I don't have the data. I'll need to post an image in Architect view of the system. Let's deliver a second load of specialties. Yeah, that's why we're out of reactive armor completely. But it's good. Took care of at least some of it. And then Techno Arms Garrison, which we need to rename, by the way. Like the specific purpose of building similar installation this close to each other is to make hauling faster and deliveries like more straightforward. Right. Hey Aaron, welcome to the stream. Arignano Stormrage, for those who don't know him, is the leader of the Anti-Xeno Initiative. It's great to have you among us. And the primary station in the Hydra Zoo, which is where we're at, is named after him as Stormrage Industry and Industrial Outpost. This is, for now, the only station that still needs to be renamed. And we decided to rename it Avaza's Fargoid Correctional Institute. Yeah, that's right, Kawasaki. If you're loaning a carrier, then that kind of makes sense. Hey Ragav, welcome to the stream. Ragav is listening in as well on the Ops Alpha channel. If anybody's in the Xenostrike Force and wants to come and chat in Ops Alpha, you are welcome to do so. And let's deliver our third load here before we go and pick up a bunch of steel. Alright, annoying stuff. Whoa, I'm short 9 battle weapons. Good to know. Combat stabilizers. I also need a bunch of combat stabilizers. I should count how many combat stabilizers I need. I need 107. Let me plot a course first, and then we'll do a count. Anyway, it's 107 plus something. Alright, 107 combat stabilizers plus. I'm gonna type it here, otherwise I might completely forget it. No, this is like the. There you go. Pull down. Anyway, it's probably like 110 times. 110 times 3, 330 combat stabilizers, and I'm probably not gonna be off by much.
Access granted. Proceed to your allocated path, Commander. You have been cleared for approach.
That's very odd, Hibiki, right? Either that or my math skills are not exactly great. How many battle weapons were we missing? I think we kind of missed them at the, not Jurula, at the third one, at Techno Garrison. Battle weapons, it says we're missing 9. I think that's still a different number than what we had earlier. It wasn't 9, it was something different, right? That's very odd. Truly odd. Anyway, 9 battle weapons. And then 330 combat stabilizers, and the rest we can pick up on steel. I almost wonder if it's easier to do kind of one trips back and forth with stuff that you need, like, rather than going and dropping off all the small stuff. Thank you, Alex. I'll pull it up as soon as I'm done loading up with stuff. Well, let's do actually just that. 110 combat stabilizers. And fill up the rest on steel. Well, what else? Do we need computer components? HE suits? We need a bunch of crap. We need everything. Let me take a screenshot. Thank goodness I stored all this stuff on the carriers. Like I knew it was gonna come in handy. Let's finish Goose's bond first. Let's see what we got. Take a screenshot or two. Actually, two. All right, now we can compare contrast. Let's see what we need and what we got. Basic medicines, I think we're all out. Yep. Building fabricators, all out. CMN composites, we got a bunch, but let's save them for later. Combat stabilizers, I think we just picked up 110, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. Emergency power cells, 74. Evacuation shelter, I think we're out. Yeah. Food cartridges 105, but I don't think we got those. Nope. Liquid oxygen a gazillion tons, but we're out. Microcontrollers 35, I think we're out. Yeah. And then military grade fabrics 69. But we had some of those. Maybe wrong. Obviously not. Polymers a gazillion tons, and we're out. Steel a lot, 433. Actually, that's just the amount. 433. Structural regulators, we ain't got. Server stabilizers and survival equipment, we ain't got. Let's see how much we got. We got almost a full load. Let's deliver this to Goose's militarized bond.
You have this dog.
How many CMMs are still needed? 10,000 on your carrier. So that would be good, Joe Mama. Thanks for the load. We still need quite a bit. Hold on. We still need quite a bit here, and I have none on my carrier. Here we need 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. This one's done. I think we need 3,000 at the B star, and that maybe is a priority. And then we need 26,000 at Heroes of Mankind. So either destination would be great. Hey, Open Hop, welcome to the stream. Alright, let's set a course and then let's have a look at Orion system. A bit too fast here. As in, a lot too fast. Alright, cool. This emergency, this had the FSD cooldown will give us time to pull things up. Whereas open in browser. What happened to the open in browser Discord button? They just did away with it? Alright. Oh, it's clicked. Oh, I see. It's all the way to the right. I found it. Open and browse. Pull it up as a separate browser, and then we can hopefully manage to put it on screen here. This is the one. Alright, this is the system we're looking at. while we hopefully manage to kind of like get back on track. So right now we have a colony high-tech system with a population of 113,000, which hints at the fact that you started either with a Coralie and you built up a bunch of other things, or you even started with a tier 3 station, which would have given you 100,000 things in a colony economy. But again, let's have a look. Yeah, you started with an Orbis, it seems. I would guess this is the primary construction because I don't see any other one. Kudos for that. It's like a big, big endeavor, but you managed to pull it off. And this is fine. It ended up in the orbit of a gas giant. I wonder if this one is in the rocky ring of this gas giant or not. I'm actually quite curious. Did it end up in the rocky ring or did it end up outside of a rocky ring? It's like one thing I'm trying to figure out is like when you place stations there, like where do they end up? 1 second, let me set up autodock. And we'll talk about it. So because you started with a tier 3 Orbis, you have colony as a primary economy of the system, and chances are you're never going to be able to get rid of it. I've seen nobody be able to entirely flip and get rid of their primary industry type from colonization. So this colony value is always going to hound you, although that might be fixed or changed because honestly the designation of colony is that it should take up the local economy of a system rather than be just selling bio-waste and hydrogen fuel, which is what colony does otherwise, and which makes no freaking sense. But anyway, you got 113 people, which just based on the station I would guess is 100,000 from the Orbis, 10,000 from the growth week by week, and 3,500 based on the additional stuff that you may have built on the planet down here on these 3 locations. Now, I don't know what these satellites or relays are, and again, I'm not sure what you're going for, but if you're trying to optimize a system, what I've personally found is that space slots are more valuable to generate tier 2 points. Planetary slots are more valuable to convert tier 2 points to tier 3 points and to host the planetary ports, which are the thing that boosts the statistics of the system the most by far. So again, if you're trying to optimize the system, use your space slots, of which you got 27, to generate more tier 2 points, and then use large settlements on your planetary slots to convert those tier 2 points to those tier 3 points. Now you already have 4, so you only need 2 more to plot down another tier 3 construction if you want to go that route, which again, if you're trying to optimize the system for something, is probably the thing that's going to be the biggest value for your buck in terms of value. What would I do with it? I would probably place it in one of the 2 slots that you have available here, because again, the economies apparently are getting specialized by location. So if you're trying to specialize the system, building things next to each other in terms of like the economies that you want to specialize, seems like it's a way to go. Now, it's not really working that way. I think it's kind of bugged right now, so but eventually it would hopefully work that way. So you can plot down, let's say you have actually 4 of 6 points. If you want to go and specialize further in high tech, plot down a tier 2 settlement of science type down here. That will give you another 2 points, which takes you to 6. And with that, once the science settlement is complete, build another planetary port next to the science settlement. And that should give you a high-tech planetary port. But again, it really depends on what you're trying to do, and this might not be your intent at all. You might be trying to go for an agricultural settlement, and in that case, you should ignore everything I have said. All right, let's deliver some of this stuff. You're welcome, Logistical. As I said, please take my advice with a lot of salt. A lot of grains of salt. Before I go and drop off all the, before I go and gather all the small stuff, I'm gonna finish unloading steel from the NOAA because that will allow me to jump the NOAA to one of the main refineries in the bubble and restock on steel and other metals. I should also dump the 690 tons of beer I had picked up for reasons that I'm not sure I remember. Hey Soren, welcome to the stream. Actually, I'm gonna do it when I dock now, because that makes no sense to have them on. Like, you need beer to build like tourist settlements and stuff, but I'm not gonna be building tourist settlements for a long time, so they're just taking up space on my carrier right now. Oh, then sorry, Orion. I was talking about Lewis's system, obviously. Alex, we got Orion somewhere as well, somewhere. We can talk about that one next. Sorry, I mixed them up. Let's look at the next one. Oh, that one's an Ops Alpha, so let's look at Ops Alpha. Oh, wow. Triple star system.
Communications established. We are ready to receive docking requests. Access granted.
Docking requested. Let me open this in browser and then we'll
Docking request
see if we can pull that one up.
confirmed. The approach is good.
Our outputs is a commercial one, envisioning at least the middle stars and extraction refinery hub, and the rest are supported feed off of the middle area. Let's have a look. I think this is it, right? I managed to get the right one this time. So 3 stars with how many construction slots you got? You got 33 in space and 40 ground construction slots, which is a pretty decent number. But as you're saying,
Contact confirmed.
like multi-star systems do tend to have the issue that they can be pretty freaking far. So building out the far out stations is a pain in the neck because you're almost exclusively constrained to using fleet carriers to do so, because otherwise the transfer times would be truly prohibitive. And kudos for building an outpost that far out, because it's actually at the very tail end of your 3rd star. That stuff taken quite the effort. Let me hold on, dump the beer before I forget to do so. And then let me pick up more steel. And some water purifiers. Where am I going? I'm going to the next one, right? Because I think Goose's thing is full of steel. So we're going to Juralu's Vibrant Venue. And Juralu's Vibrant Venue does not need any water purifiers, so that's fine. But it does need 40 reactive armor. I think we have that. And it needs a gazillion tons of steel. So let's see if we have reactive armor. No, we're all out. Alright, then we're just bringing steel. Makes it easy. Alright, so for back to Orion's system, I think Orion, the reason Hibiki is asking is because for refinery systems, again, we don't really know how things work. I've heard like completely conflicting and different reports, so it's a kind of thing that I don't really want to give advice on because I myself am deeply confused, and when I'm deeply confused, I'm not sure I can speak from a position of knowledge and competency, and as such, I'm kind of very careful about what I do say and what I don't say. For systems that are not player built, for systems that are placed by the game automatically, reportedly, only refineries that are positioned at high metal content worlds produce CMM composites. Now, whether that is going to be true also for player stations or not, we don't know. I've heard report of some players that were initially producing CMMs even on icy planets at the very launch of Trailblazers, but I haven't personally seen such systems, and I haven't personally validated that claim. I do know, and like Xenomorphis here is one of them, it's like, I do know that a lot of people have had a really difficult time specializing their industries for refining, as the only building that allows you to do so is a refinery hub of tier 2, and there is no initial outpost and no major other facility that allows you to specialize the system towards refineries. So you need to have a refinery hub somewhere, which kinda almost rules out, unless you want to go space station, kind of almost rules out your middle star entirely, because none of the planets in your middle star have more than one slot. So you could build a refinery there, but then you wouldn't have room to build a planetary port. You would need to build a Coriolis station in orbit, and that's a freaking major undertaking, right? I don't know if you want to do that. But otherwise, you would have to build an outpost, but then you would be limited to medium pads only, and as such, it wouldn't be a great refinery after all, would it? So yeah, so honestly, this system doesn't really strike me as a good candidate for a refinery, because it doesn't have high metal content planets, and because all the planets are either 1, 2, and only in one case free slots, and the free slot is freaking far from everything. Sorry if it's not the news you wanted, but it's a candid feedback I can give you. That being said, as I mentioned, we don't really know how anything of this works or is supposed to work, really, because none of it actually works as intended right now. So it might be the case that you're totally fine placing one refinery hub and one civilian port at each of your planets around the main star, and they specialize in refinery and produce everything you need. But I wouldn't necessarily bet on it right now, so I wouldn't say go do it. I would say wait and see. Wait and see until we have more information. Did I forgot to relog? Yeah, I forgot to kind of go back. Now I have to wait a 15-second timer. This is like the cargo visibility bug when you buy from carrier markets, which is deeply annoying, but it is what it is. High-tech commercial, honestly, I do think that high-tech commercial would be a lot better. Also, commercial, just so you know, is not a system type. It would be high-tech colony, because a commercial port is colony type. But especially if we assume that the colony type kind of goes away or becomes a non-thing once they eventually fix it, this system, for me, lends itself more to an industrial high-tech kind of thing. Either that or an agricultural one. Yeah, the lack of high metal content in larger planets means it doesn't really lend itself to a refinery, and the distance of the secondary stars means you only have, what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16? Well, I mean, a decent number of planetary slots up front, but you only really have 2, 4, 6, 8, 12. You have a kind of limited number of space and slots. So yeah. Your refineries seem redundant. They produce certain metals, but none are sent to a planetary outpost. I know, Xenomorph, again. I think everything's bugging out right now. Soaring Cosmo, why playing private group? Because I'm a bit of a target, as you can imagine. And if I play in open, what you would experience is not so much me playing with colonization, but it's a lot of players playing with me and playing shoot Mechan down. Which is fun on occasion, but not fun all the time. So that's why I play in private group. Did we deliver the steel? Yes, we did. Especially when I'm streaming and everybody can see where I'm at. So to do the initial build-up, what should I prioritize then, you're asking, Ryan? Well, I mean... Oh, wow, what happened? Did something crash into me? I crashed into... What? I was looking at your system, so I'm not sure what actually happened there. But I crashed into something, and I'm at 1% hull, which is remarkable. Let me actually... What the hell happened? I kind of want to see it. I want to kind of clip it and see, but hold on, let me pull all this off of the screen so you can see my 1% hull. There you go. Here I am with my 1% hull. See if we can manage to get back real line. I think so. I think we should be able to. Yeah, we'll match. Cool. I wonder if I want to let the autopilot dock me or if I need to dock manually considering my hull situation. Maybe I'll trust the autopilot since it's a carrier. If it was a planetary construction site, I totally would not trust it. You saw a control, you got hit and run. Yeah, I think I got hit and run. You're right. The question should be, why play on open? I'm not sure I understand how that is a different question, Bruno. But if you can explain it, I'll try my best to answer it. So after the initial build-up, what should I prioritize then? So... Well, I mean, again, the question around is if you want to go with a tier 3 port or not, right? If you want to go for a tier 3 port, then the journey is build things that generate tier 2 points, use planetary settlements, large planetary settlements to convert tier 2 points into the double number of tier 3 points, and then use the tier 3 points to build either a tier 3 station or a planetary port tier 3. That's the typical journey. So if you're going that route, the first thing you need is tier 2 points. So for that, you would build satellites, comm stations, or if you're going high-tech, relay stations are high-tech. So you'd build probably a number of relay stations. The problem with relay stations is they have crap stats otherwise. So if you do build relay stations, I would kind of mix relay stations with other stuff. That hit and run cost me 200,000 credits. That's an expensive hit and run. All right, let's stock up on more steel. And let's head back to Jural's Vibrant Venture.
You have this dog.
I mean, if you will build a tier 3 port eventually, then again, I would start planning for it. And my hunch is build 2 relay stations, high tech, around where you will build the tier 3. What do you want to build up? So, and it's always a dilemma, right? Because the problem with outposts as you start, and if you place them, is they don't have large pads. which means they don't make for great stations, honestly. And the problem with tier 3 stations is that after you place 2, either tier 2 or tier 3 stations, the cost of building additional one doubles. So for example, the headquarters of Xenostrike Force that we're in the process of building the infrastructure for is requiring 12 tier 3 points, not 6. Because in the system we already plotted down 2 tier 3 ports, the Antique Xeno HQ and the Heroes of Mankind planetary port. So the third one is going to cost us twice as much. So it really depends on what the goal for the system is. Like, I would say go for a Coriolis in orbit of your planetary port, of your large planetary port, which you want to make your main port. So that you have a planetary port and then a Coriolis in orbit and the infrastructure around it to support it. But honestly, I would play with a spreadsheet of amazing Commander Daft Math. Let me see if I can find the original one, so I don't have to. I think this is the one. Yeah. I'll copy the link and I'll post it in the chat. And actually, I'll even pin it because this spreadsheet is totally worth pinning for colonization. So, message pinned. And I also should look where I'm going so I don't crash or get hit and runs again. And yeah, Cutter is definitely better than a Type 9 for hauling. Like, not even a question. We actually have created a image that explains the comparison that we plan to use in the upcoming colonization guide we want to make. But everything is too buggy right now to make a colonization guide, so you're not going to see that colonization guide for a few weeks. Let me show you that image if I can find it somewhere. Where do we put it? Wrong one. Where did I put that one? Good thing my autopilot is taking us for a ride anyway. I mean, pull up Photoshop because I have no idea where I saved that. I had a folder with a work in progress of a guide, but apparently I don't. So let me fish it out. I don't even have it in the recent. Huh. Where did they go? I need to find it. Where could I put it? Not here. Isn't it? Oh, I found it. Pre-hole builds. This is the one. Alright, let me show you on screen. So this is the comparison. Well, wrong window. Sorry. Where did it go? This thing is deeply confused. Never mind, let me pull up an image instead because it is not pulling up what should be pulling up. Alright. Boom. Great image, huh? Nice and properly sized. Alright, see if we can properly size it. There it is. This is a comparison of 3 main hauling options for commanders. I'll let you stare at it and let me know if you agree or disagree, or how you feel about what we put up here. But this summarizes the thinking about the hauling options we got. Whoa, a little too boost. So what do you think of the summary of a comparison between the cutter of a Type 9 and the Type 8? Resonate? Does not resonate? I'm definitely partial to the cutter, I will tell you that. Having flown both the cutter and the Type 9 for quite a while, I think I have enough hours in the saddle to have an opinion.
We see you out there, Commander. Let us know if you'd like to dock. Access granted. Proceed to your allocated path, Commander. You have been cleared for approach. Feel free to relax. Your docking computer is in control.
Mr. B says, if you G5 a Type 9, it'd be a lot better than those stats, than the stats I have on. I think the stats I have on, like, assume G5, and the pre-engineered SEO drive. At least that should be common across all of them. So unless I made a mistake, which I'm human, I can make mistakes, that should have included G5 engineering. Should be like asterisk on the cutter about like lateral acceleration, maybe. But the thing about the cutter drifting is also because the cutter is fast. One of the reasons the Type 9 doesn't drift is because it's literally half the speed of a cutter. So even if lateral thruster strength was the same, the Type 9 would drift half as much, but simply because it goes twice as slow. And I don't think that's necessarily a highlight.
Contact confirmed.
Right.
Clamps engaged. Our services are at your disposal.
All right, full load. Back
Landing
to
gear
Jules Vania.
engaged. You have liftoff.
2 more loads of steel out here. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, the drifting comes with the speed of a ship that weighs 1,700 tons laden, right? If not more. I think it might actually be over 2,000 tons
And
laden.
clear. We'll
Yeah. Something that goes 550 meters per second and weighs 2,200 tons is gonna drift. The Type 9 doesn't drift because it goes half the speed, or it doesn't drift as much. That goes half the speed. No, I don't really PvP. Like, I've tried to learn some PvP back in the day. I had some pretty amazing commanders. Very generously show me some of the ropes. But I prefer cooperative play than competitive play in the first place. Although, I mean, I don't frown on PvP as a discipline. I think PvPers are some of our most technically competent pilots in the game. I mean, the ones that do actual organized PvP. If you're talking about people who go and blast sidewinders out of the starter area, then yeah, those I do frown upon. Because, I don't know, I don't find that type of gameplay particularly enticing. And even then, I think I found I'm a very middling to weak PvPer, as I just don't have the experience, nor muscle memory, nor training to be anything but bad at it right now. Yeah, no, Soren, ask away. We're here to chat. Like, you're not disturbing at all. We're here to chat. I don't know, Mr. B. I think PvP is its own set of skills. It requires a very particular set of training, and it's a different discipline from anti-xeno combat. In anti-xeno combat, your engagements and the behavior of your opponents is entirely predictable. They follow very specific algorithms, and after a while you get a hang of it, and as a result you can adapt to it and you kind of can play to that. In PvP, that's not the case. You're fighting human opponents, and human opponents are not predictable in the same manner. They can still be somewhat predictable, but not nearly in the same way, and so there's a major difference there. Could I become good at it if I really invested the time? Maybe. Maybe, like all things, practice makes perfect, but it would not be a one weekend thing. It would be a long journey to get anything but not terrible at it. It would be a very long journey. And one I candidly don't have a desire to invest in, so it's not gonna happen. Under the radar is a small bar. How do I move that from left to right? I'm not sure what you mean with the small bar under the radar. I'm not sure I'm tracking. It'd be nice, I think, CEF 117 for haulers to be somewhat more specialized, I agree. Ah, missed by a little bit. Nice, Kurzi Who, congratulations. Yeah, I don't think the power distributor is the issue with cutter as far as the ability of the cutter to brake. There's a separate statistic unrelated to power distributors that has to do with the acceleration of a ship. And as it so happens, the acceleration of a cutter is just very poor for a ship of its size. So...
You have been cleared for approach. Feel free to relax.
Oh, you're talking about zoom in, zoom out? Like, yeah, there's a keybind, and you can switch it from automatic to manual if you want to change the zoom in, zoom out. Oh, I see what you mean. The yellow bar that shows the sensor zoom. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm checking now. I don't think I even have that key bound. I probably do, but it's one of those keys that I never even remotely bother dealing with, so I just leave that on automatic, and it works for me. Yeah, no, I agree, Mr. B. I think there's... Elite is an easy game. It's an easy game. It's practically, unless you kind of go out of your way, it's practically impossible to, quote, lose. Except in very, very few... Why did I go down? I didn't want to go down. Except in very, very few other situations. Also, why am I using this when I have the market? Because there are some kind of very small disciplines which aren't easy. One is organized PvP. Another one is high-end anti-xeno combat. And the third one is high-end hooning, like the stuff that Danger Pencil and Sanderling do, which is pretty freaking amazing. And I am in awe every single time I see them fly, because I'm like, wow. Just wow. Let's see what they need. Computer components and that. Those three things, I would say, are kind of really high-end, not cakewalk stuff. Computer components 128, so as many as I need. Alright, let's get some computer components here. I have combat stabilizers. Fill up. Alright. Hey, Verdant Wanderer, welcome to the stream.
Ship release. Restrict speed until a carrier is far behind you.
Actually, I can select it on my... Here. Faster. And with this haul, we should have finished with the steel.
And you're clear. Best of luck, Commander.
Is anybody else here helping haul at Heroes of Mankind or at the tier 2 stations out here? I appreciate the faith you have in me, Mr. B. I think you have more faith in me than I have in myself, as far as PvP skills are concerned. But even saying that, let's run with what you're saying, potentially being true, it's not the kind of gameplay I'm looking for in Elite Dangerous. As I said, I prefer cooperative play, so it is not something that I would embrace with a passion. And you need passion for this game, I think. Yeah, I think Verdant, claiming a system, it's nothing wrong with claiming a system. You may want to wait until you build it up, until the systems around building things up work as intended, but as far as claiming, nothing wrong with claiming a system right now. Claim a system, build a small commercial outpost. And just leave it there. And just leave it there. No harm done. Oh, so would we all, Ryan. So would we all. So would we all. Anyway, let me show you something. I think it's this. No, this. This is it? Zoom you. Ah, this is it. So, this is the colonization sheet from DathMav. May need to zoom in a little bit to be able to make you see it in a way that is kind of meaningful. And even then, I don't know how visible it would be on stream, but let's give it a shot. Alright, here it is. This is the system plan for the zoo that we're currently following. As you can see, there's a bunch of things that have been finished. The ones that are click in green. Like this part has all been finished and represents the completed systems total that we see here. Then there's a number of things that are in construction that we're building now. The 4 stations you see here, plus the planetary port Heroes of Mankind, is what is currently in construction. Let me sell my steel here and then go get another haul. Alright, finished cell, that's nice. Finished steel, that was also nice. Liquid oxygen, same composite, aluminum. There's also a ton of other stuff we need out here. Let's set a course for a carrier, and then I will keep walking you through the spreadsheet of what we're doing out here. This is the spreadsheet that's pinned in the channel chat right now, by the way, in case you want to copy your own and play with it yourself, which I highly suggest because it's amazing. It's really, really well done. And I'm chatting with DeathMap. There's going to be some improvements that come in version 3 that allow to also track what's in construction and the point doubling and a few other mechanisms that are actually quite important. And just get into orbital cruise. Set a course for a carrier. Alright, we did it. Alright, we'll be dropped at the carrier at some point. So back to a spreadsheet discussion. So we finished the XHQ. What we're now doing is we generated enough tier 2 points to construct 6 tier 2 large settlements, which will convert those 6 tier 2 points into 12 tier 3 points. And that will allow us to build the Xenostrike Force HQ. So that's what we're in the process of doing right now. And this is what we call wave 2 of the build of the system. Wave 1 was the construction of the first 2 tier 3 ports, which is halfway done. Alright, it's more than halfway done. Like, all the infrastructure is done. One of the 2 ports is done, and the other one is halfway done. So it's more like 4/5 done. But this is wave 1. Wave 2 would see the construction of a Xenostrike Force HQ, and then wave 3, 4, 5, 6 would see the construction of additional ports, planetary ports, and finally there's sort of polishing and final wave to construct a series of things that just round out the system and complete and fill up the slots that remain. So this is the goal and intent for the overall outpost as of the whole system. Hey, Hour, welcome to the stream. We're streaming live, so you are on air.
All right.
Just so you know.
I
Just so
sent
you're
you a
aware.
message.
You did. I probably missed it. I apologize if I did. The spreadsheet, yeah, spreadsheet is in the chat. It's pinned in the chat. Brox me. It's the pinned message in the chat.
Yeah.
And yeah, Rafi Jewel, there is passive income, but right now it's a pittance. So my system in the bubble is paying 460,000 credits a week, which is candidly peanuts. Aurix, you said you wanted to talk about something, or you sent me a message or something?
Yes, I put you a message. I already have 7,000 tons of steel on my carrier. Should I keep adding, or I just go to the zoo?
Let me give you that answer in 1 second, okay? 1 second. So we are done with steel at these stations, I think. Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Hello there. Hi, Tarif. So the Heroes of Mankind port currently needs 30,000 tons of steel.
Wow.
Yes. Wow. So keep going.
All right.
Keep going.
Should I jump the carrier out to go grab some?
I mean, it depends what your carrier has and doesn't have. What does your carrier have and doesn't have right now?
I don't have any steel right now. All I've got is...
Do you have aluminum, perchance?
I don't have any aluminum, no.
What you got? If
A
anything.
lot of the leftovers from what was excess from previous runs.
Let's see what Emat has on his carrier, by the way.
I've got medical diagnostic equipment, microcontrollers, superconductors, semiconductors, advanced catalyzers, and that's it.
Well, all that stuff is useful at the second star, but I don't see your carrier park at the second star, so I presume you're not a second star, right?
No, I'm close to where...
Here's a Mankind, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then just jump out and go fill up on. I mean, if our X is bringing 20 tons of steel or thereabout, I would focus on the other side of things. I think composites would be my guess. What's the next big, humongous delivery required? But I'll tell you in a second.
Well, I'm in the Type 8, so I can just move the stuff from the carrier to wherever they need to go, so...
Cool. Yeah, the Heroes of Mankind port needs CMM composites and aluminum. So if you're doing carrier loads, I would stock up on those. CMM composites and aluminum. And a little bit of titanium, but it's funny that I say a little bit of titanium is actually 10 cutter loads of titanium. But whatever.
So CMM and what was the other thing?
Aluminum.
Aluminum, okay.
If you're in a Type 8, while you ship off your carrier to... and I should do the same, by the way. While you ship off your carrier to fill up on stuff, and I'm gonna do the exact same, so let me actually do that now. I'm sending the
Question
carrier
is
off to
where?
Kipperang right now. Huh?
It said, where should I jump the carrier to is the question now.
To fill it up?
Yeah.
I fill it up at a system I have bookmarked as the steel capital of our universe, which is called Kipiragwe, blah, blah, blah. I cannot pronounce that name. I'll type it in the chat here. I just typed it in the chat. That is where I usually jump. There's 3 orbital stations there. Carlson Terminal, Lee Orbital, and Sharma Port. In fact, there's actually a 4th one, but I think this is different. Any of those 3 have like 2 million tons of steel and a similar amount of aluminum and stuff. And pretty much are guaranteed to find haulers to fill up your carrier in a very reasonable amount of time. By the way, the carrier jump time is about an hour right now, so enjoy. And then what I'm going to be doing now is I'm going to be doing local supply runs to finish off those outposts within the Pleiades with like industrial stuff and whatnot. So if you have a Type 8 to help carry some of the smaller stuff, especially since with the Type 8 coming to a B star from Super Cruise is actually comparatively a breeze, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, I can start doing that. Whatever I got on the carrier right now, I'll offload to wherever it can go. And then I'll just jump the carrier out.
Let's go places. Let's go places. Is this the place that has orbital? Let's go to orbital. This is... What kind of station is it? Can I remember? It's not really where I wanted to go. It's not orbital. I think this is where I wanted to go. T174. Cargon terminal, yeah, let's go with cargon. Alright. Let's see what we can stuck out there. Oh, I should take the spreadsheet out of your face. Which I'm sure you're kind of done staring at. There we go. Oh, thank you, Otto. That's amazing. Otto Fun. Splattered Mouse is shipping 17,000 tons of steel to Heroes of Mankind. I'm so used to saying Glory to Mankind. Which is going to help a lot. Yeah, I should be running ADMC, but I'm not. I kind of should be. Maybe I should. Let me see if I actually have EDMC running here. I don't think I even have it. Let me fish it out. ED Market Connector. Release 5.12.2. Alright, I'm installing ED Market Connector. Windows protected your PC. Unrecognized app. Run anyway. Alright, ED Market Connector, I accept the agreement, blah blah blah. Blah blah blah. Install. Thank you for the call out, Hibik. You're right. We should. Did I jump to? Why does it not show? Cost and where did I jump to? Why am I here? This is not where I wanted to jump.
I did that thing a couple times yesterday too. I jumped out and it jumped to a completely different system.
What the heck? You guys saw I had plotted a course. It actually replotted the course to a right destination. But it jumped me to a completely different system. This is a new thing that never happened to me. Right?
Yeah, that happened like 3 or 4 times to me yesterday.
That is so odd. I don't think that's ever happened to me before. New one. Wow. Mackenheimer. Thank you for the generous contribution. Talking about contributions, Commander Mac, I don't know, did you check out the zoo recently or no? Station was set to EDB, has been reset to EDSM. I don't know what. Alright. And obviously I'm getting murdered here. Or attempted murder. How many I got? 3? Hey, it's just 3 of you. Who cares? I'm out of here. But guess what? You didn't shut me down. Joke's on you. Authentication successful. Canon news. Alright, we're running ED Market Connector. The what, Mackenheimer? Well, I'll show you something then, as soon as I manage to get through this jump. Because I'd like to get through this jump. Am I excited for Vanguards or the big December update? I'm always excited about elite things. I think Vanguards has the potential of actually making the game better, so I'm excited about it. I was not excited about Fireplay 2.0, as people following the channel knows. But Vanguard I'm more excited about because the things they talked about, like sharing lockers to share equipment among players, those are cool things. They're cool things, they're good things. I'm glad they're going to be in game, so I'm excited about that. But Mackenheimer doesn't know what I'm talking about, so I'm gonna, as soon as I kind of manage to actually set a course to Oregon, I will show him something. Alright, course set. Mac, let me show you something. And by the way, I'm showing him this after he donated his 10 membership, so, like, it is not a quid pro quo. It is a very genuine exchange of recognition here. So if we go down here, this is not the one. I'm on the wrong planet. Check out this station, my friend. Rings a bell? Go check it out, man. Commander Mechanheimer is the most knowledgeable commander about Titan mechanics in the entire community. He's the one who spent the most time, the most hours exploring Titans and knows just about freaking everything about them. Whenever I have a question and I'm kind of trying to figure out something Titan related and how it works, I always hit him up first, and in like 2 seconds, he's like, "Oh yeah, here's exactly how it works. Let me tell you. And by the way, there were 4 things you haven't asked about in which you don't know, but you should know are A, B, C, and D." He is amazing. Like, he's done an incredible amount of research into Titans, has spent an unbelievable number of hours researching them and understanding how they behave, and he is a freaking living encyclopedia of knowledge about Titans. So it's only deserving that a large research settlement, is entitled to him and is now known as the Mechan Titan Research Lab on the soon-to-be Heroes to Mankind hosting planet. So, very glad. Yes, Mac does know everything about Titans. When are your new Titans coming? Well, maybe he knows that too. That's a good question. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if there's one person who knows, it'd be Mac.
Request approved. Prep for arrival on landing pad 09. You are clear for automated approach, Commander.
So I think I have ED Market Connector running now. Invalid Inara API key. What the freaking does that mean? Configuration, blah, blah, blah. API settings. How do I get a valid Inara key? API key. Inara credentials. How do I... Oh, I got a key. Alright. Let's see if it works now. So hopefully we got that working, and now it sends data to Inara as well.
Landing successful. Dispatching ground crew.
Alright. Let's pick up a bunch of stuff that we need out here. Let's have a look. So, basic medicines. We need 109. Building fabricators, 183. CMM composites are generally not available here. Computer components, we need 130. Evacuation shelters should be available. Maybe, maybe not. Nope. Food cartridges, we should have a gazillion. 105. Liquid oxygen, we need a gazillion, but that we're gonna get from a refinery. Microcontrollers, 35. This should be available. Oh, that's high tech, so that's not available here. Military grade fabrics is also probably high tech or military something. Polymers 374, 354 is also refinery. So no. Structural regulators. I think is high tech, so not available here. Surface stabilizer, same thing. Survival equipment, though, we should have. There we go. 73. Not completely full, but reasonably full. I think that's it. Yeah. Okay. We still have 168 tons, but again, it's not worth the additional stuff. So let's do it. Let's do this and head back. How many server hamsters can you buy with 500,000 ARX worth of cash? It's a good question. The funny thing is, I actually tend to know the pricing for AWS instances because my real life, I kind of work with them. I think the short answer is not many. Not many. Dr. Wu, the 500,000 ARX build effort is the effort of building up the entirety of the what we call the Pleiades Zoo, which is Pleiades Sector MISB40, which is well underway actually, and then renaming, custom naming every single one of 92 locations, and the goal is to name tier 3 ports after community recognition, and tier 1 and tier 2 ports recognizing individual commanders who have distinguished themselves in a history of anti-Xeno combat. So that's the idea.
You are clear of the station. Flight control signing off.
Let's see. I actually filter carriers out now that we're done with carrier-based stuff for a moment. Now the annoying part of doing this, like in the local zone, is the 50,000 light second trip that we need to do. Unfortunately, Supercruise overcharged for rescue, but still, it is a bit of a hike. It usually takes about 3 Supercruise charge cycles to get anywhere close. Actually be 4. Although with the 4 we have to be a bit more careful because now we are on proper approach. Past this gravity well, and then we should be clear. Doesn't have a gravity well between us and them. Alright, we made it, sort of, in the general neighborhood. On approach. Obviously, we're on the wrong side of the planet, but we'll sort that out. Is XSF going to be this far out, or are you just locking down a system's primary port? No, it's not going to be this far out. I'll show you where we're going to place it in a second. We're just building the facilities out here for the points, the tier 3 points that we're going to need. These are not installation that we plan to visit all that often, candidly. Although we may place a tier 3 port out here, depending on like a few other things. Let me just get into docking mode and then I'll show you where XSF HQ is going.
How much aluminum and ceramic composites do we need?
So in the B-Star, I want to say a few thousand. Tell you exactly in a sec. On Heroes of Mankind, I don't know, 30,000 or so. Something like that. On the B-Star, which is what we're trying to kind of like, you know, double time right now, we need 1,700 plus 1,200 plus 1,800 plus another 2 stations worth, so it's another 3,600. And 10,000 or so, ballpark. And yeah, and Heroes of Mankind I think still needs about 30,000. And yeah, R&D. The Heroes of Mankind, sorry, not Heroes of Mankind, the Xenostrike Force HQ. So the anti-simulation HQ ended up here, but it should really be here. And in fact, we're still in talks as to whether it can be moved to the proper slot, which should be in a Gravity Well 3 zone, which the current AXI initiative is not. So we'll see if we can get it there. So this slot is effectively taken. This slot does not work for orbit stations. It is reportedly too close to the star. And so if you try and put one here, the system will fail and randomly put it elsewhere instead of saying failed, which is what you'd imagine it would do, but it doesn't. It just randomly says, oh, okay, well, I can't put it here. So you know what? I'm going to pick another spot for you. You're going to be all right. Let me just choose for you. And then it will go and pick up random invalid slots like ones in asteroid belts and stuff. Story for another day. The location we're getting our Heroes of our Xenostrike Force HQ is here. Is slot 1 above the Heroes of Mankind planetary installation, which effectively makes this planet A6, the capital of human colonization efforts in the Pleiades, as it will have a tier 3 port. It will have 4 stations on top. It will have a relay station, a tier 3 station, and we'll decide what else to put out there. Maybe a government site or something like that. I don't know. But that will be for later on. Considering the economy, I might actually put another relay station because it's a high-tech thing, or a science installation. But again, it's a topic for wave 7, not wave 2, which is where we are at. No problem. Let's drop off the stuff that we came to deliver. And then let's set course for Atlas. I like when things get close to 0. Let's set for course for a friendly neighborhood refinery at Atlas, which I can now pinpoint without even having to search for it, because that's how often I've been going there. And again, anybody's help in finishing these up is more than welcome. Both here and at Heroes of Mankind. The tier 3 port. Kind of curious as to see like how far along Heroes of Mankind. It was like 49% or something last time. Let's see what it got to.
Okay, carriers jump out in 46 minutes.
Yeah, carrier jump times are kind of sucky right now. Also, the Braven tunnel times are getting silly. The land orbital requires a kind of like a dedicated monument of its own, because like this station has supplied a disproportionate amount of metals and refinery materials to the Pleiades build effort. It's like crazy. Like, oh, thanks, Kawasaki. Halfway there. Nice. Hopefully we can get a few more people helping. Alright, I'm not gonna boost again. Maybe it will. Maybe I shouldn't have. No, it's fine. Actually, it turns out well. It's like constantly. It was almost fine, and then I decided to go back up, and now it's not fine anymore. Oh well, dip of shame. Alright, we're coming in a little too hot even for our autopilot here. I think we're gonna go straight through. And we did. Yeah, Aaron, I think that idea is great. I think it's a little far-fetched in development to implement something like that, but I mean, never know. I wish they had done it that way, to be honest. Far more interesting than hauling stuff over and over and over again.
Tango Romeo Alpha, please ensure you follow standard docking procedures before landing. Request approved. Cleared for landing on pad 40. Automated docking initiated.
Set a course while we're at it for our next destination. Kawasaki said we're at 49% here. Which we are. Let's take a screenshot of this while we have this open. We're down to a single page. It's great. Delete the old one so I don't confuse myself. I think we'll pick out what CMM composites are available, which is not going to be a full load almost impossibly. We have a few loads to do anyway, so. Let's pick up what we can.
Docking complete. Ground crew dispatched. Station services are at your disposal.
Mootsie, I think carriers are on their way, but I don't think any carrier is ready to unload at this very point in time. Someone in the chat correct me if I'm wrong, but mine is heading back to restock. Commander Otto von Fledermaus is on the way in with steel. I think Tyrese's carrier is on the way in, but is at least half an hour away. So carrier jump times are almost an hour now, so things are getting slowing down. All right. There are no CMM composites at all. Well, we're in space. That's why we're not. That explains why. Anyway, we gotta pick up a bunch of other stuff, so we're good. Military grade fabrics, 69. Structural surface stabilizers, 181. Polymers, 354. And the last is locks. I need 320, and I need to do another trip, sadly, to a refinery. Okay. Back we go. Oh, that's good, Kawasaki. I mean, a lot of carriers are paying good money for loading, so hopefully you're getting some credit rewards out of it.
Ship uncoupled. Exit the station quickly and safely.
Quickly and safely. I got the quickly. This is definitely safely, right? Maybe not. I kind of missed that. I got my scoop down instead of like getting my landing gear up, which resulted in getting highly confused. Yeah, that's great. I'm glad commanders like you are actually earning good money from effort. You should. Raven tunnels are also extremely slow, as I said. That's nice, Hibiki. I should probably do the same, but I tend to kind of like, I don't know, tend to pay well and connect to Inara, and people just find them pretty quickly. Alright, so we're going to the right spot. Our ticket about stations being placed in the wrong spot has hit the maximum priority level, by the way, which is nice. And I know for a fact they're keenly aware of it, so hopefully it'll be fixed. Be right back. I got something with my stomach, which is like acting up right now. And I'm back. No, I'm alright. Alright. Hey, O squared. You just moved your crate manually and I kind of actually HQ in a Pleiades. That's awesome. Welcome. Is it better to mine that's nearby or to haul? It's better to haul. Any place to find builds geared for constructing system? Well, I think the short answer is builds for constructing system are very simple. They're 2 flight assists, so super cruise assist and advanced docking computer in the smallest slots you got. And then maybe an FSD booster if you need it. Everything else is cargo. Put on A-rated FSD, put on A-rated thrusters, engineer for daily drives, engineer the FSD for increased range, and you got a hauler build. So everything else you're gonna be D-rated. I can export. Hold on, let me actually set a course here. I can export this cutter if you want, this cutter build. I think I actually have the cutter. Actually, I actually have the links to the 3 builds that we designed. So let me pull those up for you. I actually have them. Here they are. These are the 3 links. I made a typo in the last one though. Disregard what I just sent. Look at the next one. This one is mistake. Those are the builds we suggest, but it doesn't really matter. You can play with them. It's not like we need to go and solo a Hydra with them, so you're gonna be okay if you kind of mess with them somewhat. That's good to know, Hibiki. I've been paying above that, so I'm gonna make orders more economic, I guess, going forward. So Exiler 652. I did not build a spreadsheet for what I'm building. Commander Daftmoth did make a spreadsheet for what everyone is building. It's like a template builder. Which does remind a little bit of Evil Line, I guess. But it's more of an organizing tool and a planner than, I don't know, the more economic stuff that Eve has and build-related stuff that Eve has. But yes, there's definitely an Eve vibe to that planner, no question. Slamming a cutter with a prismatic onto a planet is an interesting way to go about it, but I'm not sure I agree that it's worth the time saved. We'll agree to disagree on that. Soren, I don't know what you mean with why expansion. Or if Soren is what's asking. We will not be target practice for Fargoids. I say bring it on, man. Like last time they tried to make us target practice, they got their teeth kicked in, and I'd be delighted to kick their teeth back in again. Yeah, you should join. Ace Combat is fun. Bring a bunch of industrial stuff, yeah, or refining stuff. Oh, I completely agree, Aaron Royce. It would be amazing to defend Heroes of Mankind. The plan is to build, well, I don't know that they necessarily have a home planet, but they have sort of a home territory, or rather 4 home territories, namely, and probably in this order, the Pleiades Nebula, the Witch Head Nebula, the Coalsack Nebula, and the California Nebula. That's where you find the biggest concentration of Fargoid interceptors. And the Pleiades is where it kind of all started with Maya and the whole set of events with barnacles being discovered and Palin going there and then Palin getting kicked out and like a year and a half of narrative stuff around the Pleiades. So us building a fortress system in the Pleiades makes a statement of saying, hey, we're here to stay. And that goes hand in hand with, have you seen the video where I talk about us claiming the Pleiades? If not, it might be worth a watch as I go over some of this stuff. Alright. Where do we get structural regulators and CMM composite around here? Some planetary place. Let me see what Inara says. Alright, good thing at least supply of CMM composites is like now reasonable. I want to buy CMM composite. Maya Point has not a lot, some. And it's a refinery port, so I should be able to pick up a bunch of other things. Alright, try it. To Maya we go. Maya. See if I can also find Maya. Maya somewhere up above here. It's one of the blue Pleiades, but I don't think I can click it by eye because it's kind of further away in some of these other spots. Oh, never mind. There it is. I thought it was further away. I was wrong. Don't often go to Maya. Not a common destination. We also need to take control of his system. I don't know what you mean, Kawasaki. We are sort of taking control of the system pretty dramatically, I would say.
I think he's meaning the minor faction.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, we are in control of his system. We're sadly not in control of the Anti-Xeno Initiative headquarters because the dice rolled in favor of Cirrus Inc. So we'll have to eventually take it over in a war. We'll get there. It's gonna take a while, but we'll get there. Right. What's funny?
I'm checking the comments on the Discord.
Oh.
If you are not suffering from space madness, you are not playing the game right.
That sounds about right. Where is my airport? There it is. So another bug is that Super Cruise Assist doesn't always kick in when you select it.
Yeah, that happened to me a couple of times yesterday. Approach. Man, too hot.
Hey, Siren, welcome to the stream.
Automated docking initiated.
Should make it, by the way, moderator. In fact, let me do that. I don't know if I managed, but oh, there you go. Bunk, and you've been promoted. You're welcome, Soren. Glad you had a good time.
Ship is on the ground. Ground crew dispatched. We're pleased to have
See
you,
what we got.
Commander.
We got 6 ceramic composite. That's exciting. Well, actually, I don't. That's not even what I wanted to pick up. I want to pick up CMN composites. Let me dump these other ones. Just waste of space. Yeah, at least there's, well, 219 liquid oxygen. That's exciting. It's like, should I bring aluminum? I guess at least there's something barely useful for a trip. Anything else? Steel delivered everything. Titanium is basically not available. Wow. This place is dead. Dead. Totally dead. I guess I'll get some additional service stabilizer for the airport, since I'm, I guess, doing 2 stops on the way back. I could have gotten polymers, but no, this works too.
Vessel is free. You may leave when ready.
Ouch. I thought it was free. You lied to me. It wasn't really free. So CMMs are going to be a problem for this delivery. We're going to need to bring some from the bubble, almost certainly.
You are free of starport limits. Watch yourself out there, Commander.
Think about how we do that. I think we should probably set up some orders on the carrier after we're... Hey, GT Army. Hey, Ian Drake. Welcome to the stream. Are we clear? Yes, we're clear. That's good. Yeah, Maya is a common source of meta alloys. Destination set. From some stuff in the elite tracker. for the last bonk. Alright, we're now in a reasonable range. I'm actually oh, I'm getting interdicted by hostiles. And they're gonna get me, because like they're definitely in range and in this very high security system. Oh, some messaging. Oh, the carrier actually made it out there. So now we should set the order while we're kind of like on the way and about to get interdicted by pirates, but whatever. So we need a bunch of CMMs. That's really what we need. We're not in the right place for CMMs, but whatever. This one, we can't stop trading it. All of these we can stop trading.
God, I love Super Cruise Overcharge.
It's so good. So this we want to buy. This we want to buy some. I think people were saying 600%, 20,000 credit bonus. Let's set it 300. Something like that. I don't know. Let's see. 40k. 44k. Yeah. How much do we want? We want a good number. Can never have too much steel. And the rest, I think we want off CMMs. If we can find where they show up in. CMM composites. I think they're under industrial commodities or something. Yeah, I was right. So 6,000. Let's do 55,000. And let's fill up. Let's put the order in, and then let's do running our update. All right. Order placed. In the meanwhile, we are arriving, which is nice. I'm glad you got them, Kawasaki. Oh, hey, there's our guy. I think we're gonna manage to. Let's see if we can actually manage to crash into the planet, but nope. So we're either gonna have to fight this, which in a cutter is gonna be fun, or we have to gonna submit, which is probably the better choice at this point. And skedaddle. We have no chance now, really. I have a heatsink though, which means I'm gonna break your lock. And I'm much faster than you, which means you're gonna barely do any damage to me. And I got enough hull to not care about it. Hey, Crispy77. And Shadow Mystery, welcome to the stream. And I was saying, Kawasaki, good for you, but you found 5,000 tons of CMMs at Daniel's project, because my point basically at 0. We're doing 2 stops here. We're gonna drop off where we can at Goose Pond, and then we're gonna drop off the other stuff at the next one at Jewel's Vibrant Venue. This is going pretty slow, as I think I'm the only one. Feels like I'm the only one kind of doing this out here at the B-Star. I think most efforts are focused on Heroes of Mankind, which is moving, which is great.
Someone beat me to Gooses.
Oh, wow, there's people shooting in here. I think I'll dock manually because the autopilot is not gonna have a good time. Like, someone exploded behind me. Ah, I want to dock manually, I said. I'm gonna bonk, but it's okay. It's alright. Wow. Air to ground batteries are firing. Don't see that often. What the heck are you doing, Mr. Autopilot? Come on, you got this. Doesn't this look like I'm perfectly positioned? What are you doing, Autopilot? What are you doing, Autopilot? Well, the problem might have been that I didn't have my landing gear down. Maybe. I am having a hard time today. Yeah, autopilot is kind of broken, it's true. Alright, next up, Jewel's Vibrant Venture. And then we're gonna go to a high-tech system to fill up on the high-tech materials we need. Too. Oh, I'm gliding. Oh, that's good. I thought I was too low for glide, but it actually made me glide, which is great. It speeds up things a lot when you're doing 2,500 meters per second instead of 500. Whoa, well, that does not speed things up. That slows things down.
You just got hit too?
Oh, you too?
Yep.
I think we had one of our hamsters that fell out of a wheel. One of service must have had a stroke. Oh, there's like a dozen people reporting that they are crashing out. And I obviously back 85 kilometers out because Everything has to be hard in this game.
Fortunately, that's already on the ground.
Well, I'm where I want to be though, which is great. Yeah, I know you're complaining because I went straight down, but whatever. I needed to.
I was wondering why it's taking so long to jump, but I was mass locked by you, Mechan.
Oh, sorry. Carter tends to do that, doesn't it? I forgot there's gravity down here. Ouch. I got my landing gear this time. These paths are kind of small for a cutter, though. Alright, we are empty, I think. I believe. Yes, we are. Alright, next we're gonna go to somewhere that sells microcontrollers and our high-tech stuff. Let's see what else we need. Let's get ourselves a super cruise first. Yeah, we made one for Joel as well. Yeah, larger ships mass lock you. Larger, or I think also the same size as you. Is that fair? I mean, you guys can be honest, but larger one for sure. Mass lock you. Right, let's have a look here. This is what we need. The composites are going to be a pain, and as I said, we need to bring them from the bubble, really. Evacuation shelters we're going to find around here for sure. Microcontrollers and structural regulators should also be in the area. Kipling Orbital has them all. And it's probably the closest. Yeah. All right. There we go. That's not the button I wanted to press, but fine. I thought I was in normal space and boosting, but nope. Yeah, even when empty, like the cargo hold doesn't matter at all as far as mass lock is concerned. Oh, come on, I have throttle. Alright. Maybe we can manage with a small dip of shame to recover down here. Yeah, I think so. We should have matched. Yeah, we're good. And we're on track. Yeah, not a lot of things can actually mass lock at tap 9. Let's see how the order is doing, if it's being picked up or not. CMM's not yet, Steel not yet.
Gudamaya, Tango, Romeo, Alpha, you must submit a docking request before landing at this port. Access granted. Proceed to Bay 02.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Type 9 has a lower mass lock factor on the cutter. I didn't realize the Type 10 and the cutter had the same, but it kind of makes sense. Type 10 is such a weird ship. I don't know. A lot of people love it. I'm not sure I ever will ever see myself in that group. I have to approve a couple of applications, by the way, of commanders who now qualify. Arky and Lewis Death Row. I do apply, I think, Outlaw. Let me see, confirm that Outlaw has the right rank. If not, we'll tell him to do it. It's easy.
Oh, speak of rank, how does the rank in Discord work?
Which Discord, AXI or XSF?
XSI, XSF. I can't.
Combination of the two. Alright. Combination of the two. 1 second, let me just sort out the Outlaw thing. Yeah, Outlaw, I think. Let me say hi. I'm just thinking, was I something wrong with? Doesn't have earned ranks. Why? Is that a mistake or is that intended? I don't see him here. Yeah, need senior ranger before squadron membership. Well, hold the application and confirm once you get it. Alright, sorry, let me just load up on Matt's and then I'll answer your question because otherwise my cognitive load is gonna overload and then I'm gonna do stupid stuff. Alright, I need evacuation shelter, 105. Structural regulators, 296. Why am I almost full here? Something's wrong with my cargo. Oh, that's just how many are available, never mind. Microcontrollers, 22. I might as well get 80 since I have the cargo. I don't want to do trips multiple times. I also fill up on structural regulators.
My carrier's jumped to the place, the metal capital.
That's good. All right, we got mostly what we needed. Let's get out of here. All right, you were asking how the ranks of the XI or the ranks of the XSF work.
XSF.
Yeah, so XSF has sort of earn ranks that you get for doing certain things in wings, since everything we do is wing-based. And those include Xeno Ranger, and there's another one pertaining to Spire Combat, what is currently unattainable, so we should also discuss what we do with that. Besides that, you have promotion ranks that are instead meant to be an indication of your experience fighting in wings and your ability to perform as part of a wing, or even lead part of a wing, if not an entire flight eventually. That, you know, everybody starts from learner, then you move from to aviator after you pass qualifying set of requirements. And the Anti-Xeno Initiative website explains in great detail how it all works, but generally there's some kind of fight challenge. Like, for example, for aviator, it's doing Medusa in a duo flight using only human weapons, usually some combination of missile racks and multi-cannons, with a certain set of requirements. So no premium ammo, no deaths, less than 30 minutes, and yada yada yada, which are designed to teach you how to essentially work in a group. That's really the idea, and test your ability to perform in a group. And as you kind of again get more experience, and there's also a minimum number of operational orders that you need to have completed to sort of like qualify for promotions. We used to have a lot more when the Fargoid War was active. Now kind of things have slowed down, but we should still have a few that earns you credits against your promotion. And again, whenever you feel ready, you can request that promotion, and there's a few steps in terms of testing your knowledge, in terms of testing your combat prowess, and some of testing that you've met the necessary requirements. For some of the higher ranks, there's also solo combat requirements. So to join the Xeno Strike Force, you need to have a solo Cyclops to your name. To rank up in the Xeno Strike Force, you need to have progressively gotten harder kills. Like, I mean, the idea is, if you're gonna lead a wing, you need to have proven that you can hold yourself on your own as well in a fight, as you're not gonna be able to take care of others if you can't even take care of yourself in a fight.
Yeah, well,
the height. Huh?
Yeah, well, the other last weekend, multiple days ago, I went to Astro and still the Cyclops and the Basby, so.
That's great. Then that's the beginning of a journey. Like, the highest rank colonel actually requires the highest solo rank in AXI, which is decent pilot, which is quite an effort to achieve. And then there's like interim steps. I think Major requires collector and some stuff. And again, the higher you go up the leadership chain, the more competent and experienced we expect our pilots to be. It's just a thing. I think it's just a way to ensure that people who hold our highest rank in the Xeno Strike Force have demonstrated a combination of skills that are required to successfully lead a group of pilots in anti-Xeno combat, which is one of the hardest activities in the game. Especially since we also tend to do some of the hardest things in the hardest activity in the game. So that's the idea. Exiler, that's a question only you can answer. I mean, if you're having fun exploring out of a bubble, you should keep having fun and doing what you enjoy. I don't think that there is an urgency to come back and saying, oh my God, if you don't come back in the next week, you're gonna miss out on X, Y, and Z. I don't think that's the case. I also think it's a kind of activity that's probably more fun in a group, because I can't possibly imagine hauling all the stuff that we're hauling all by myself. I would just lose my mind. So I'm glad we're doing it as a group, and I find that doing it as a group is nice, but yeah, I would never do this alone, ever, ever. And yeah, Hibik, it's an XSF application, not a AXI one, which yes, also requires Apollos to have to be in the Discord in the first place, but then also requires Xeno Ranger before you're allowed to join the squadron. Yeah, a lot of people are losing their mind presently. You're not alone. Alright, I think after this load, all we're gonna need is CMM composites, would be my guess. I don't know if anybody's bringing any, or... I hope my carrier gets loaded up, otherwise.
I definitely overcooked that one.
Yeah, Diptych Zone, I know, I understand the feeling very well. And to see if there was CMMs anywhere nearby at all, or no. CMM composite, let's see. Closest one is 200 light years. I don't think I can make 200 light years with a cutter on fastest jumps. Yeah,
You want
on a
me to go after
single-
him?
What I really love is somebody to kind of like jump a carrier full of CMMs over here, but short of that, do you have a scoop, or do you have 200 light years in the tank laid in?
I've got a scoop.
Oh, then I don't know. There is a site that is 97 light years ago, but has some pretty old data, so I have no idea if it's actually going to have CMMs or not. I'm not sure I want to go there. Well, I might try it, see if it actually has. If you want to do a load, because like we're gonna need more than a cutter load anyway. So if you want to do a load heading back to a bubble and one of the CMM planetary stations that has a good number, like in Gobi, that might not be a bad thing. Because otherwise, Goose military spawn is done, except for CMMs. I have a 2-stop here before I jump out again anyway. At least 2, maybe even 3, depending on... Yeah, I think it might be 3. Alright. Yep, all it's missing is 1,057 tons of CMMs. By the way, this thing damages me just by undocking, even if I don't do anything. I don't know if you guys noticed, but it's true. Quite a way to go about Super Cruise Overcharge, straight in the glide. Dark in here. Looks pretty though. Let's go and drop off what we got left at the third site, and then see if we can go for Vibrant venue, Hibiki. Jurlos Vibrant venue. I should have Super Cruised a little longer, but it's still fine. As long as I can do this super shallow glide. What do you mean no context in range? That's just not true. Or is this bugged? You guys seeing this as well? That it's like should be here, but it's not. No context in range. Should be here, but it's not. It doesn't exist. All right. Relog. Frontier flop. I have some, Alex, but unfortunately Noah is loading up in the bubble right now. Otherwise, I'd be happy to share the cells. This is taking longer than I thought it would. Here's what Mechan is also kind of stuck in terms of progress. Or progressing very slowly. This thing docking me? No, this thing is boosting me away for random reasons that make no effing sense. Let's set a course for our next destination. CMMs. Hope of CMMs, because like CMMs may or may not be available. Alright, dropping bail, dropping bail. Ah, almost enough, but not quite. Alright, we got. Yeah, it's really annoying when they kind of get hyperdicted and pushed back. These are like the systems that are really not worth colonizing at all. They're like a single star and like the main star and like a single asteroid belt slot. How sad is this system? Truly sad. Oh, we got company. This can happen up to 200 years, 200 light years out of the road. It's a 1 in 5 chance. Oh, we got 4 of you. Oh, hello, 4 of you. Is that a Medusa also? Hello, Medusa.
I'm hit by a trio of them. Clomping too
See,
fast.
all the people who are basically saying, you know, interceptors are peaceful, can you please send them a clip of this? And see, look at how peaceful they are. Like, there they are, all aggroed on me. Trying to ram me. They ramming it. Ah, there you go. Not only are they aggro, but they even ram me. Guys, please, send this to the pro-Fargoid station. Everybody attacking me here. I got nothing in my hold. They're shooting me. Like, I gotta pop a heat sink and skedaddle. Like, somebody please clip this thing and post it. Because everyone's saying, oh, the Fargos and the players are peaceful. Like, have a look. Peaceful, my behind. Like,
Maybe they recognize your name.
like,
Look at
I mean,
it for them.
maybe there's a hit on me personally, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Oh, huge! Ouch! Did you survive the trip or no? I hope you survived. Oof. Like, interceptors not only interdict me, but aggro me, ram me, and shoot me, even though I did absolutely nothing to them. We need a clip on this. Proof. Proof of hostility. Oh, why did I press that button? Wrong button. Proof of hostility.
It's like we need to put them back in their place.
I know, right? We should. Hey, Commander DJ Burp. Welcome to the stream. That's cool. I mean, did you find the CMM composites? Most important thing, I guess. Question of a trip. That's great. We definitely need CMMs. Am I in the right spot? I think so. Alright, let's have a look. Where are we going? Is this where we're going? Might be this. Yeah, that's where we're going.
There's just over 1,000 CMM comps in Daniel's progress, Maya.
There is?
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome. I'm going there next. Let's see how many I get here, but pick up as many as you can and drop them off. Excellent, Commander DJ Burp. Thank you. Are there any guides or info out there as to how different economies affect your system? Like, how do I know if I want to go for a high-tech system versus an agricultural system? So that's a very good question, Adam, and that's one of the things we're trying to figure out. Right now, first of all, it's not working as intended at all. So it's bugged out. It's badly bugged out. So it's not really possible to write a guide because none of it works as it's supposed to. So any guide you would write right now would basically be based on systems that are broken and don't work. So you're not going to find a guide because no guide has been written because the system doesn't work, and as a result you can't write a guide right now. I started writing a guide myself, but again, it turns out nothing works, so I decided to give up until things are fixed. Alex, he's saying over 1,000 CMMs at Daniel's progress in Maya.
Well,
No, I don't
just
think
over 600
so,
now.
Hibiki. I think they're well aware that it's broken. Actually, I know they're well aware that it's broken. I know. When they will fix it, now we shall see. That I do not know. But I know that they know. Coming in probably too fast. Hopefully I might be able to slow down enough. Maybe, maybe not. On the cusp. Nope, too fast. Oh well, we're close enough.
There's Goose that needed the CMMs to finish, right?
Yeah. Well, I think the other ones. There's at least another one that. There is 2 hours that need CMS, but Goose should be the one we finish first, yeah. And then the Prince. And then Jurlo. And then Prince. Which will be renamed, by the way, as soon as we finish at least one. And I can log into the other account. This guy's gonna boost me up. It's going too fast, I think, or maybe not. It managed to slow down. I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Let's see if the car's loading up in the meanwhile. Yeah, that's the thing, Sarian. I've seen starports that are not just byways, but again, I'm pretty sure it's not working as intended. Alright, we're in an engineering complex. Oh wait, what kind of building is this? Like, operational status, engineering complex. What kind of building is this? It's not something we can build ourselves. Clearly. Well, I managed to get 450 ton of CMM, which is not a lot, but better than I thought I might have had a chance. The interesting thing, this thing only builds CMMs, hydrogen fuel, and scrap. Only. On what kind of planet am I? Right? Oh, this is someone's base. Is it someone's base? This is definitely a player colonized system. So this is an engineering complex. This is an industrial settlement. This is an guys, pay attention to this because I've never seen this. This is an industrial settlement that has what is presumably a refinery next door, plus another industrial settlement. Now I'm kind of curious if I can pick up CMMs from this one as well. And then a surface settlement which is not being built, but an industrial settlement with a single refinery is producing CMMs. Oh, that's yours. I just came up to pull up CMMs from your system. But this one has like, again, a single CMM. Now I'm kind of curious to come in and pick up, see if the other industrial settlement also sells. And this is an icy body, by the way. This is not a high metal content. Oh, the other one is medium pet only, that's why it's not high tag. But this is an icy body, so what this says is you don't need a high metal content world to produce CMMs. Which is interesting. It's a good question. What kind of settlement is it? It's a large industrial... It's an industrial settlement. Planetary settlement. I don't know. Xaran might know. Myers Chemicals is a small one. Although that doesn't really mean much. Huh, interesting. It was producing CMM right off the bat without the refinery. Jeez. Mysteries of the game. True mysteries of the game. You got fined exploring Titan. How did you get fined? Did you like hover on a pad or something? It shouldn't fine you, right? Just by going there. It's not a hub. It's just a mysteries. Oh, I shouldn't do this because I'm kind of somewhat low on fuel. Industrial settlements in a refinery system. Well, was that a refinery system? I'm kind of curious now. Clearly, it was an industrial settlement. Funny thing, it was basically producing anything but CMMs. Let's have a look. This where I was? I think so. So colony refinery. So yeah, this is a colony refinery system, and that was an industrial settlement in a colony refinery system. So yeah, that checks all those boxes. That is very interesting. And it has nothing to do with being on a high metal content planet, by the way. Clearly, because that was an icy body. Oh, nice, my wolf. Thank you. And yeah, Shadow, it is somewhat less. Oh, yeah. That'll get you in trouble, Mac. So the question though is, does it have to be a refinery system, or does it have to be influenced by a refinery? Kind of curious, because I got a bunch of stuff scattered all over the place in my so-called ice cream system. Hold on, let me give this thing a little bit of a boost. So we get on our way, and then let's check out some stuff. Wrong button. I think I have industrial settlements out here. I think I have refineries, but I don't really know if they're particularly closed. The settlement was producing cement before you finish the first refinery. Man, true mysteries of the game, huh? Can you take me there? Can you do what you're supposed to do when I click here, please? Guess not. Let's do it manually. So somewhere down here, I have an industrial settlement. I don't know which one it is, though. Not this one. It's one of these, I think. Engineering Foundry. I think this one is it. Does it say what it says? It's under not chemicals but industrial materials, right? What does this mean? Information unavailable. Come on, not produce or consume under this market. Oh, does it say what it produces or consumes at all, or no? I guess bio-waste. Yeah, not even bio-waste. I don't know. Let me just go and check out this one out of curiosity. See what it makes or doesn't make. Because the system is not a refinery for sure. It's extraction military. I started with a military outpost and then did a bunch of things. But then this is, what else do I have? I have random stuff here. This is like a farm, which makes barely anything. It makes like booze. This is, God knows what it was. Manufacturing. I think this is another industrial settlement, which has a military base in orbit. Military, you know. This is, I don't even know what this is. This is a comm station. Then there's a bunch of tourist things down here. Can't remember what I had here though. Gosh. It's been a while. This is an extraction port. And don't ask me why I built an extraction port, but I did. This is the single refinery. The single refinery I have. So I'm kind of curious to know what like the extraction port here produces, which is like the closest one. And this is a satellite, so this shouldn't influence anything. And this is a space farm, so this should influence the industry towards tourism. Again, I built this one here when I didn't know any better and what the hell I was doing right now. Let's keep going here. Now I'm kind of curious to see like what that thing is producing. Alright. We're finally in range. Let's see how construction's going, by the way. $643. Ah, I barely don't have enough. That's sad. And then this is gonna take a while to kind of complete. Anybody still bringing CMMs around here or no?
Yeah, I'm going to Maya Port now, or Point now. See if there's any.
Maya Point didn't have any. I think Daniel Progress had a bunch, but Maya
Yeah,
Point
I
was
just cleared them
all
out.
out.
So
Oh, you did? Okay. Well, just so you know, I was at Maya Point like before this trip, and they got zit. They had absolute zit. Oh, it's daytime now. That's nice. This planet rotates pretty fast. Hey, Pavel Tichy, if you can bring them where I'm going right now, which is Goose Military's Point, that would be great. And if it's complete before you get there, then the next destination is Joel's Vibrant Venue, which is 200 kilometers away. And Mac, I think with Aegis we're kind of buddies again. Like we helped save the bacon of the Aaron Miller during the Battle of Sol with Tanner and Shoji and I on board. So I think they appreciated that. And with a blockade of HIP 22460, we got publicly praised by Tanner. So I think we're buddies again. Despite some shenanigans in the past, I think it's all water under a bridge, I dare say. At least I haven't seen them come after me anytime recently, so I take it as we're good now. Yeah, it has been a bit on and off, I agree. Oh, come on. I mean, I know so little about power play today. What happens if you don't do your weekly tasks?
I mean, you just don't get rank. That's all.
So there's no downside in not doing them.
Yeah, because I'm with Jerome Archer right now, and I've given up. I to claim the ranks right now.
I think, Shadow, a lot of the people who pledge to Aisling do so not because of a salvage percentage bonus, but that might be my personal bias, I guess. And I say that as someone who's not pledged to anybody and really doesn't care, so. Alright. 222 CMM composites left. Gosh.
I'm
So you
coming
said you were
right
going
now.
to. You're coming back or you going?
I'm coming right now.
Were there CMMs at Maya Point or no?
There's 108.
Left after you scooped them up or before you scooped them up?
Before I scooped them up.
So you bring in 108.
I am bringing 197.
Oh, then good. Then between you and between Pavel Tichy, who said he's bringing 100, we should finally be able to complete this thing. Gosh, these settlements have been going slow. Let me see how carrier loading is going, by the way.
Yeah, I haven't checked mine either.
Zero on CMM composite. That's not good. And 0 on steel. Carrier's not getting loaded. That sucks. What if? What if? Alright, let's have a look at the next system here.
I am
Drill,
on 17,000 of steel.
That's amazing. I mean, head to Heroes of Mankind because we're all good on steel. In on the B star, we just need steel on Heroes of Mankind.
Okay, last load, and I will put my carrier over this.
Amazing. Hey guys, whoever completes the last load of the Goose Pond, let me know so I can swap accounts and plot down the additional station. Is that still a thing, Hibiki? Is it still plus 200% to escape pod rescues or no? Alright, let's do a load of stuff for Driller's Venue. Let's take a photo of what it needs.
I think that never ever before I have been hauling so much on this game.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Back to Kipling we go. Oh, that sucks.
25 CMM required for Goose.
Okay, that's great, because Pavel is saying that he's in system, so he should there shortly, and he's got 100, so he should be able to drop them all off. And finish it. Hooray. And then, Pavel, whatever you got left over, just drop it off our Jewel's Vibrant venue. Please.
Yep, I've gotten bub gift for aluminum so far on my carrier too, so.
That's awesome. Thank you.
No one's not loaded anything onto my carrier yet for aluminum.
Oh, it's not loading.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry, I
no,
thought you said
not
it.
loading.
Like,
Yeah.
I know, man. It's like, it's competitive out there right now.
Kudamaya, Tango, Romeo, Alpha. Please submit a landing request on approach, Commander. Access authorized. Proceed to Bay 2-4. You are approved for automated docking.
Alright, so we'll look at what we need.
Ship is on the ground. Ground crew dispatched. Greetings, Commander.
105. This we don't need. Active hour 40. Bunch of polymers that we don't have, that grid fabrics don't have. Structural regulators, do we have those? Yes. Actually, a good number of these. Food cartridges, is that a thing here? No. Evacuation shelter, we need some of those. Or no, we need survival equipment, different thing. We have half a load still on microcontrollers. There you go. No, we were delivered those, so we're good. Structural regulators and surface stabilizers. None of those. None of those. Let's see if we need advanced catalyzers for the next station thereafter. Or what we need for the next station thereafter. That's great, Pavel. Thank you. Let me know when you complete the station, because you're going to be completing the station. Basic medicines. Another 109. $57 of computer components, which actually are not made here. I'll get whatever structural regulators I got, because I think I'm gonna need them. Another 50 reactive armor or whatever. That's about it, I think, that we need here. Some evacuation shelter, I guess. Alright, cool. 2-stop back. Sending a course. Actually, sending a detour course, because why not? We have time. Settlement is built. Thank you, Pavel. Appreciate it. I'm gonna drop this off and then switch accounts and then lay out the additional station.
Warning. Restrict speed and be aware of oncoming traffic.
Oncoming traffic, what is that? Appreciate the help, Bobby. Thank you. And glory to Mechan indeed. Thank goodness for Supercruise Overcharge. Oh, this is really a job for carriers, but it's fine.
What the fuck? I can't see the planets on the. What is this? On the map?
You can't see the planet on the map?
Yeah,
That's weird.
yeah, very weird.
My map looks good so far. Here's a Mankind is making progress, very slowly, but it is. think we have some pretty big hauls of stuff coming in, which is great. Give it a little push. Yeah, I saw that post, Hibiki. I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest. Like, I never particularly cared to make a trip to Hutton for the mugs before the Battle of Saul. Then I did make a trip to Hutton for Glory of Mankind. And fought at Hutton, actually, during the week where we beat back the invasion. It was actually pretty climatic because we defeated the invasion in Alpha Centauri just before the weekly tick. And it was the last one that we defended, so it was pretty climatic, I want to say. And quite the experience. And we gave out 200 free anacondas to commanders who participated in the defense of the mugs, which was also pretty cool.
1 hour, 4 minutes.
Yeah, carrier jumps are like back to being silly.
I jumped mine when I did.
Did yours arrive in system or no?
Yeah, it's in system. It hasn't gotten any aluminum yet. Last I checked.
Okay, I'm gonna take a break. I put the carrier onto the zoo system. I couldn't select a planet because my map view was weird, so I just set it to the zoo.
Oh, okay. Well, one thing is, did you use the architect view or the system view? Because you cannot plot a carrier jump in architect view. You have to switch to system view to plot carrier jumps to
Maybe
planets.
I did a mistake there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably.
that
Well,
might be
anyway,
what happened.
when the carrier gets there, I can move it again.
Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, it's up to you because like you might want to cancel a jump and do it properly because with jump times being an hour and a half, I don't know if you want to waste. Yeah, I don't know if you want to do it. I mean, it's up to you. Right? If you need to take a break, take a break.
No.
But all right.
It's okay, no problem. I'm gonna try to cancel.
I don't know where to
Do it
update the
again.
table. I cannot see where the goose is there. I don't know what you mean, Pavel, in terms of table. If you mean Siren's table, this is not on Siren's table because this is the build in the zoo, not the build of the HIP 22460 Pavel. Hey, Commander Hogbengog. We are finishing the supporting infrastructure to lay down the headquarters of the Xeno Strike Force. But we need to finish 6 Tier 2 planetary settlements to be able to do that, and we are at 1 of 6 right now. So it'll still be it's a bit of work before we're done. CMMs are always needed. Like, you know, the Heroes of Mankind outpost needs something like 30,000 of those. So if you don't know what to do with them, drop them there. Oh, you're talking about the 7 million light seconds station? I have no idea. I would probably made a like an industrial outpost or something in memory of Hutton, but I don't know what they did. But you know, building it with carriers is like almost cheating. They should have built it like manually, like without SCO, just hauling the old school way. Then they would have gotten respect. And maybe they did, and if they did, mad respect. Mad respect if they did. Well, we're out here trying to get this Xenostrike Force headquarters prerequisite done, so that then we can
Okay,
set up
this
on
is
our
weird.
station.
I am in the system map again, and I can't see any planet. I just see the carriers and the constructions, but not the planets.
I would just say relog, man.
Okay.
Frontier flop.
Relogging.
Yeah,
Relogging.
that's right, Tasty Crayon.
Yeah.
Alright.
The secret technique. Relog.
There we go. That's how to use Super Cruise Assist and short haul orbital movement.
Huh. This is weird.
Say more.
Same. I don't understand. I mean, I reload.
You get the same
Maybe I
bug
have-
after relogging?
Yes, maybe I have to do a hard reload. I mean, get to this top and then come again.
It does feel very weird.
It is weird. I mean, I don't understand. Anyway.
Alright, after this, yeah, Meganheimer said I had it happen just go to a platform. The problem is he's trying to jump a carrier, Mac. He's not trying to go to a place. Alright, good. Didn't quite manage to deliver all we needed, but most of it. Which is nice. I just dumped this stuff. And change accounts. All right, account switch. Log out. Log back in. And coming back up. There we go. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna rename a few things and then plot down an our high-tech research settlement.
I know there's a ways out there, but in the Haiti sector, HR dash W D1 dash 59, Bartigo base is about over 7K CMM composites.
That's good. I mean, there's plenty of places in the bubble that have them, right? So, like, that's it's always good to know what's going on. But hold on 1 second. I'm trying to make sense of this. All right. Yeah, no, it's worth making a note. Karazaki, I sent Noah to Keparanga to load up on steel and CMMs, but it is not presently being loaded up, unfortunately, so... Good job, good job. Almost in range. Alright, here we are. In range. Straight down we go. We need to be at 2.5 kilometers to use the placement camp. And also try not to die in the process, because that would not be healthy. I think we managed to stabilize ourselves somewhat. Placement camp. Alright, settlement. Research bio. Kronos. Pick in construction. Let's see when it says it's like too close. Alright, too close. And this is good. Just make sure that the landing pad looks upon. Actually, I like it when it looks upon the next one in the thing, like this. And boom. Thanks, Kazaki. It's I'll post the system name. I think I posted it up there somewhere. And it's kind of tricky to change it now because. Should get out here 1 second. Because it's on the other account. Glide failed, which is fine. We didn't want to glide at all in the first place. We want to go there. Dock, do some renaming. Yeah, let me see if I can find the name of that station. One sec. Posting it in the system chat now. That's where that NOAA is loading CMM composites and steel, or failing to load CMM composites and steel right now. Alright, let's do some renaming of places. So one thing I agreed was to rename Fret 10 Cyclops to something more appropriate in memory of Glut, which is this one. Glut in his glorious dream. Let's actually type it properly. Alright. Approved. Comfort. And then we said we're gonna do Avaza Hardwood Correctional Facility for the third one. This one. This will need to pay arcs, but we have enough. This one we said we're gonna call it Avaza Argoid Correctional Facility. I don't think we have Fargoid inmates yet, but when we will have them, they will go here. And then there was a few others that I had. Jarab Excel calculator, maybe that's the one we should do. Coben is Coben. It doesn't show. I think I have to kind of go back in and go back to a galaxy map. One sec. To properly show where I'm at, because I'm here. I can rename it actually from the local window if it doesn't show from here. It'd be even faster. Or we should have done it that way. Yeah, this one. Custom. Alright. Renaming is done. Building is done. All right, folks, I think that covers it. Let's see how things are going overall.
Okay. I couldn't fix the thing of the map view, so I just put the carrier to the sewer, right?
Okay, that's very odd.
Yeah, it's
It is
very
very, very
strange.
odd.
Anyways, it's going
All right,
there in 1 hour.
that's great. So this one's done. This one's 58%, but still needs a bunch of stuff.
Do I have to set the carrier for allow docking only friends and squad?
If you set a sell order, yes, please.
All right.
Heroes of Mankind is doing 51, still stuck at 51. Heroes of Mankind is going very slow. Everything's going very slow today. All right, folks, thank you for joining the stream today. I think that's all for today. I always appreciate additional help since we have a small but eager group of folks building up the system, and it's gonna be pretty impressive when it's done. So very much look forward to seeing it. I'm glad we also get to additional rename and recognize commanders as we go. Thank you everybody for your help hauling and the company streaming. Glory to Mankind, Commander Mechan, over and out. And by the way, I'll send you over to Commander Atlas Rand's stream if I manage to do that. He is a great guy, and I'm sure he'll be doing cool things. So on to Atlas we go.